welcome back to a brand new video in this series where we try to build the world's biggest personal library collection. So I've got another haul of books here today. I'm going to go through them a little bit, analyse them, and I'm going to help you decide whether you should read them. If you want to see the current state of the collection, a picture's on screen, and if you want to have a little more in-depth look, here's a little eye in the corner. And now, I'm drinking some sour milk through this episode. I'm trying to see what it does to my gut microbiome, so it's interesting. Unhomogenized. When milk is unhomogenized, the cream's left at the top, and when it goes sour, it has this very interesting taste. And in Poland, we actually make this sort of pancake called rasuszki, which is from sour milk. So it's not terrible. It does taste a little bit off, but let's keep going. So let's get right into the first book. Herman Buhl's Nanga Parbat Pilgrimage. This is a book about mountaineering. And what I like about this guy is he sought. Wow, sought is a very irregular verb, isn't it? If you're not a native English speaker, like I'm not, sought is a very illogical word to try and get. He was a mountaineer, and instead of going to climb Everest, he looked out for a way harder physical achievement. And that was climbing Nanga Parbat, which is the 9th highest mountain in the world. And he was the first person to ever do this. And by choosing this route, he didn't gain much popularity at all outside of the people who were really deeply in the know of mountaineering. Unlike someone like Sir Edmund Hillary that climbed Everest, this guy died just 4 years after climbing this mountain. He died at 32. Next book, The Mayor of Casterbridge by Thomas Hardy. He writes very well about the rural life in England, especially in his book Tesso de Urberville. Wow, and his books, they tend to really be a character study of one type of individual, one person. Rather than trying to introduce too many characters, he focuses on, fleshing out the setting of this one character. So let me just read you what this book actually is about. In a fit of drunken anger, Michael sells his wife and baby daughter for 5 guineas at a country fair. Over the course of the following years, he actually becomes a politician in this place, right? But the guilt overcomes him, and he becomes a very interesting man. He tries to hide the shameful secret of his past. Politicians, they usually have quite a lot to hide of corruption, of how they got to the position that they're in. And this guy, he sold his wife and baby daughter. Interesting. Quite a good book. And it's subtitled A Story of a Man Character. And it really is just a story about the character of this man. That's why. Next up, we have The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, the most controversial self-improvement book of all time. The one that started the law of attraction. Meaning that with a mindset strong enough, you can attract the universal laws to help you have anything you want in life. If you don't have enough money, it's just your thoughts that are blocking you. It's pseudoscience, but it's the best type of pseudoscience because it's very optimistic. Anyone feeling bad might read this and think, yeah, I can get anything I want. And she might influence this group of people called breatharians. She might not. Let me tell you about breatharians. They believe they can harness the energy of the sun within their breath and not eat any food and drink very little and survive just like this, which I think is very interesting. A lot of those people are rumoured to have actually done that and not eaten anything for over a year, which is interesting. Next book we have V.S. Naipaul, A House for Mr. Biswas. Let me read you a review. This one might make you pull your hair out, so if you're already bald, don't read this book. Also, you need a magnifying glass to take the plot. Very wishy-washy, let's just say. It's a story of an Indian trying to be independent from his family, so he moves away, his father drowns. It's very, I wouldn't recommend it. Let's keep moving. Know Your Horse. What an incredible book. I mean, take a look. Technical drawings of your horse's ligaments and legs and everything like that. Who wouldn't want this? If your horse has any illness, diagnose it through this book. Now, I don't have a horse, but in the future, I might have a horse. So this is an amazing addition to the personal library. Next up, we have Sanctuary by William Faulkner. Now, he's one of the authors that is almost in another league. People think that they cannot reach their peak level of intelligence until they've understood Faulkner. And some other authors in this class are maybe Walt Whitman, maybe James Joyce Finnegan's Wake, maybe someone like War and Peace Tolstoy. I don't think that's where you compare the book. This book has a lot of murder, it has a lot of the R word, and a rumoured conversation between the publisher of the book and Faulkner himself is, oh my god, we can't publish this or else we'll go to jail for the horrific things that happen in this book. Now let's move on to the next book. It's actually a play, Marlowe's Dr. Faustus. I think that's David Tennant in the cover. So, Faustus is a doctor because it's called Dr. Faustus. And He is a genius. He studies Aristotle's teachings, but finds them beneath him and craves something more suited to his superior intellect. He decides to study the dark art of necromancy. Through this, he summons the devil and quickly sells his soul for more power. So it ends one way. The only way that it could end is him falling from grace, like the fall of Lucifer the angel into Satan. Dr. Faustus turns into a horrible, horrible man. And that sounds quite interesting, so I do recommend it. I haven't read it yet, but I do recommend it. Next book, The Complete Works of Geoffrey Chaucer. Incredible find. Incredible find. I mean, he wrote the Canterbury Tales, but I have never seen more literature by him. So in this, just take a look at how biblically it is set out. Incredible writing. And let me tell you a bit more about the Canterbury Tales. So, follows a set of pilgrims moving from Kent to London. And during the walk, he asked different people to describe different stories of their life. Let me tell you why this was so famous, because this was at a time when no one really wrote in English yet. He could be seen as basically the father of English, because everything during this time was written in Latin. It was so religious, and Latin was the language that Mass was given in. So Chaucer was basically pioneer number one of the time. This was written in about 1360 to 1400. Incredible. Incredible how much he changed. Maybe nothing would be in English if he didn't start. Next book, All Quiet on the Western Front. I don't know much about this book. All I know is that it's incredibly famous. It's known to be probably the best war novel. And because of that, I had to buy it. 20 pence only, man. Incredible prices over here in the UK for books. It's about the devastation of war, and that even if one survives the war, one is not a winner. Now let's move on to the last book. It's blue, it's big, and it's film review. That kind of rhymed, didn't it? So, take a look. 1948, just after the war, and it goes through different movies of the time. So, a book like this, I usually buy it just to give it as a gift to someone who I know likes movies more than me. I'm not a very big movie watcher, but something like this, it has so much random facts, so much nostalgia, that someone, say, 70 years old, you give them this book, and they'll be very happy that you gave them this book. So, that's been this book haul. I've actually got another book haul just in the other room, and I'm going to record that soon. So, stay tuned for that. I forgot to drink my milk. Absolutely disgusting, but it's all good. It's all good. Thank you guys for watching.